And now, for your listening pleasure, reaching for the bars.
Yes.
Way to start the podcast.
Welcome back to Reaching for the Bars. Nothing shy of something funny. Starting off with a good spiel. We still got that paper towel.
He's already doing this. He's like, welcome to Reaching for the
Thank
Bars podcast. This is Mabry Cook bringing it to you live here from the...
I got with me Mr. Dustin LaBar, Mr. Caleb Whitney, and myself. We're also joined today by Mr. Andrew. He's going to be here helping us out. He's already made a huge adjustment. We're now talking through the side of our microphones.
If you listen to Caleb,
it's going to make a big difference.
he sounds so much louder.
I sound so sweet.
We have Andrew out of
here.
the camera so you can't see him on purpose, so he doesn't get famous before he does anything.
Yeah, he's going to be the behind-the-scenes magic.
Because he's going to get really famous on this podcast.
For sure.
It's like when you listen to Joe Rogan, he's like, let's have Jamie look that up. It's like, hey, Andrew, what's that say? It's like one of those things.
That's right.
So you won't even have a job anymore, Caleb.
I won't?
No, you'll just be sitting here looking good.
That's fine with me. Okay. Looking good. I mean, I got the mustache.
With
I'm
that
already
solid
halfway
mustache.
You do have a good... so just a quick thing about that is we need more votes on Mabry's facial hair.
Yeah,
I think we're
not
up to...
nearly enough.
We don't have enough.
We're up to like
I
15. I counted the other day.
I actually shaved my neck this morning because there's not nearly enough votes, so I'm not worried about it at all.
We need to get 100 votes.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so I'm not even growing it out in preparation because it's not, I don't see enough votes. I'm just not seeing it.
So if you're listening, start voting. Okay.
Get your friends to vote, even if they don't listen to the podcast. Yeah. We just need to get him to shave his beard into the chili chin. Vote for chili chin.
Which is a great segue into what we're talking about today is betting. So we're going to talk about betting because this was originally a bet.
If you like chili chins, you're going to love betting.
You're going to love betting.
So we're not really big on like betting like you're probably thinking about like sports betting or betting on things that you can win money off of. We're probably going to emphasize more on the ridiculous bets and then go off on tangents from there on just stories and stuff that we want to talk about. So before we get started, I'm going to let Mr. Dusty hit us up with a sponsor.
First sponsor.
Shout out.
Sponsor. Big deal.
So our first sponsor is going to be Southern Insurance Professionals. They're an insurance company here. We know the owner, great guy. If you're somebody that's looking for insurance, you can visit southerninsuranceprofessionals.com. They insure just about everything. I was on their website today just checking it out. Anything that you could possibly think of, from classic cars to life insurance to anything. Looks like a great company. The owner's a great guy. It's something we all need, and it's a great place to go. So brought to you by Southern Insurance Professionals. Let's talk about you.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Boom.
Dusty Kilgore, great guy. Can't emphasize that enough.
No, I'm just joking. He's awesome.
Oh, so the first thing I was going to talk about, it wasn't a bet, but we could have bet on it, and you were so wrong about Paulo Costa.
Oh man,
you were,
dude. I'll say it. Eat crow. Good gosh, he was. Y'all could have won a good bet on that one because I felt confident. Like I stand by what I saw before the fight. But now that looking back, I think that Paulo Costa just didn't know what he was. I think Israel was the more experienced, cautious fighter, and that's why he came off a little nervous, whereas Paulo Costa's just like, I've never been beaten before, and it was just too carefree. Like it was just...
He was afraid, man.
It was wrong. It was so wrong. I was wrong, for sure. That was some bullcrap.
I
was pretty mad about that fight. I thought that was going to be a much better fight.
If you were an Israel fan, you had a great... Did you see everybody talking shit about his left or right pec?
Who, Israel?
Yeah.
No.
He had everybody thought it was like gynecomastia from steroid use.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not. I don't think.
Well,
I think that would affect both. But
if I'm looking for people taking steroids, but he's not the one jumping off the... Paulo Costa looks like he's taking steroids.
He looks like he's eating all the steroids.
Oh, you're saying Israel was getting questioned about steroids?
Yeah, in the post-fight press conference, somebody was like, we noticed that your left chest muscle was a little flabby. And he was just like, what? What are you talking about? I think it's probably some kind of injury that he's sustained. I don't know.
Well, I mean, now Now he could be doing something performance enhancing because I mean Lance Armstrong was doping and stuff, and he doesn't look like he would be getting any kind of advantage if you're just looking at him.
Yeah, but I don't think Lance Armstrong was taking things that would give you gynecomastia. What was he? I thought he was just blood doping.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm just saying, I was saying he could be doing something to gain a competitive advantage, but I don't know. Who knows with all that stuff?
Well, he certainly kicked the shit out of Paulo Costa. So if
he beat him like he stole something. I mean, it was embarrassing.
I
felt bad for Paulo Costa.
I can't express enough how wrong you were. Like, I was so excited.
I will say this. I thought that he handled it, and, that sucks for Paulo Costa, but the way that when he dry humped him at the end of it, dude, I was like, ooh.
If you talk shit, sometimes you get knocked out and then dry humped. It's just the way the world works. Sometimes it happens. I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. I was like.
Yeah, you were talking about Paulo Costa intimidating him.
Yeah.
I don't think he was intimidated at all. I think he was playing mind games with him.
Yeah, he was not intimidated.
And then afterwards, he's like, "You were such a pathetic opponent. I'm going to dry hump you after I beat you down."
I would say due to his level of excitement, I think he was pretty pleased with the outcome. Like, I think that he was. I still stand by. I think he was worried about Paulo Costa to some degree, and I think he was pretty relieved to find out that Paulo Costa was nowhere near what he thought he was going to
Yeah.
be.
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think Israel was afraid at all. It didn't look like he was afraid at all. It looked like Paulo Costa didn't know what the hell to do in there. Mm-hmm. Is what it looked like. I just wanted to bring that up because I really felt strongly that I was very right. Well, I guess Caleb texted me immediately. He was like, "You were wrong. You said it was going to look like Israel was going to be losing the first 3 rounds, and you were wrong." I was like, "Thanks, Caleb. I'm glad that you decided to fact check me."
Don't worry.
I was still right. I picked him to knock Paulo Costa out.
I'll call you out. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, you picked the weirdest thing. It's like you were.
Now the fight before the Poland guy that won,
nose, dude?
Whoa. Like, that was a good fight. That dude beat the brakes off that guy.
Did you see his nose?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It flattened it.
Dude, he kicked his ribs twice, and it looked like the guy was bleeding out. I was like, what's going on with his ribs? They were progressively getting worse throughout the fight. I was like, hey, they need to call this fight.
It was like round 1, and then round two, his like ribs were looked like he was internally bleeding. I was like, jeez.
It was rough.
They set his nose in the octagon after the fight was over.
You had to. I mean, did you see that thing? It was so broken. They were
so
like, hey,
funny.
He's probably like, I can't breathe. Like, you break your nose to some degree. Like, you can't even breathe out of it. He's like, hey, can you?
Andrew, did you watch the fights? You got to look it up. Guy gets his nose flattened.
It was a pretty like, that guy beat the shit out of that guy. I mean, it was like, I was like, whoa. Even the guy who lost was like, he got me.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of him coming back to his home country, Poland? Right, he's from Poland.
Yeah.
He was coming back in the airport, and he just like walks in, and he like holds the belt up like just randomly, and then all of a sudden, like this huge group of people from Poland. I don't know what they're called, Polanders. I don't know, but they came
that's
up.
what it is. For sure, 100%.
They came up and started videoing him. He's just sitting there holding it. They started videoing him, and reporters came up out of nowhere. Like, it just like happened like that. Like, it's like crazy.
Well, so before COVID, I didn't really watch UFC. I mean, I knew
they weren't wearing masks, by the way.
Oh, damn.
Who?
Polanders.
The Polonese.
The Polanders.
It's the Polonese.
Is it?
I just looked it up. I did not look it up. It's not the
We should
Polonese.
probably fact check that. But anyway.
Polish is the word you're looking for.
That's right.
So what? But like before COVID, I didn't know UFC. But now that there was no sports available, UFC was still going on. So started watching UFC, enjoyed it, got into it. Poland, they're like, they don't have any sports over there. They're like, we play soccer, like, and then they're like
we got
UFC. Like, they had a guy who claimed a belt. Like, it's a big deal for their country.
Did you just look up Polanders?
I wanted to see if it was something.
What is that?
I don't know. It looks like a home design thing.
Oh.
Yeah, so you were not even close.
Hey,
yeah.
You know what? The fact checker can be wrong.
Poland, we know. Last week.
Hey, listen.
All right, so let's start talking about some betting.
Polish. So Mabry has a tattoo on his back from a bet he made.
That's true.
Oh.
Probably the most notorious bet of our group with
What was this about?
the open workout that my first year.
It was your second year.
Second year. Going into my second year of CrossFit.
What year was this? Was this 18?
18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Because I started CrossFit right as the 17 Open
Correct.
started.
Yeah, that's correct.
Basically, every time we did the Open in February, it was like I've been doing CrossFit another year.
Yeah.
So I challenged Dusty to the first workout. We didn't know what it was going to be, and the loser had to get the other's name which I lost, and I had to say Dusty is the best on my back, and I do have the tattoo. If you go to Instagram, we can post it on there.
We should probably post that picture.
We'll post it. We'll post that picture on there for proof.
Yeah, we will.
For sure.
I feel like people are like, no, like it's there.
Whenever you sent that picture to, was it you?
Yeah,
whenever
when he was going to do it. Yeah.
I was like, it's a lot of respect right there for that man. Like,
yeah, I mean, I got to give it up to you.
Because like a lot of how many times do you make a bet like?
Yeah, that's
like
right.
I'll get a tattoo of your face on my back if you do this, and then they do it, and they're like, I'm not gonna do that. That's so stupid.
That's right. And I think there was that understanding that there was no obligation. I had to do it, but it was still like, we have a friendship here. We're going to go on to make more bets that are ridiculous. If I don't own up to this one, then, next time we make a bet like that, everyone's going to be like, oh, y'all stop talking about it. You're not going to actually do it. Now when we make bets, everyone's like, everybody hold the phone.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It's like, Mabry's got a tattoo on his back.
It's going to happen.
Like, something could happen here. You know what I'm saying? It just, like, it makes our group's betting situation a lot more, and,
It gives it a little more clout. It's going to happen.
It's a good story.
So we all don't have a lot of money to bet with, so we got to bet with our, we got to bet like random stuff like getting tattoos.
Although tattoos do cost a good bit of money,
yeah,
so
that's true.
you might want to watch out for that.
What size was the font? It was.
Well, so we were gonna go with I think we said like 12 Time New Roman.
Did Gabby pick it out?
No. The bet was it had to be 12 times New Roman. That was
you guys were like specific.
Yeah,
about
we
this.
were. But when I got in there, like 12 on your back is like the most tiny thing you've ever seen. It you wouldn't be able. You'd have to get up on it to see it. So we were like, why don't we bump that up to like 36?
Yeah, that was like Gabby's idea. She was like, it's going to be too small at 12. It needs to be. We really need to see Dusty's name. It's
at
gotta
64.
Be, yeah.
I will say this though: the tattoo artist in Richmond that I got that from was the best. Like I was like, I could barely even feel it. She's like, yeah, I'm notorious for having like a smooth touch and stuff like that. I was like, damn. I really regret not getting another tattoo from her while I was there. It was really good. She's really good.
That's okay.
But to let everybody know, start off the episode a little bit like that. Let everybody know we're pretty serious about our betting in here.
We don't. 10 craziest bets ever made. Oh, there was a guy.
Are we on there?
There was a guy. Do you guys remember the Man Show? This just brought to my head.
Man Show?
Yeah, the Man Show had like Adam Carolla.
Is that one of those things where like you're really older than us?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
probably.
Do you remember
that.
the Man Show? Golly, bring up the Man Show.
I think Andrew's,
Holy shit.
I think Andrew's younger than all of us.
There was two versions of the Man
Andrew?
Show. Oh my
Andrew's
God, he's so young.
He's a child.
So the Man Show was with the first version of it was with Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla.
I remember this.
Okay.
They had
Absolutely.
They had a guy on the show. I don't remember how young I was. What does it say? 99 to 2014. So I was in 99.
So you're still 30.
I was in my 30s. Yeah.
It was ended in 2004.
So, but then it came back with Joe Rogan and Doug Stanhope. It had a second airing.
Okay.
But anyway, Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla had a guy on that bet his friends. It was like $100,000 to get breast implants, and he did it. Now I don't know how much of the $100,000 went to the breast implants, or if they had to pay $100,000 and the cost of the breast implants, but they sure as shit did it.
Dude, Jimmy Kimmel looks like shit.
I was about to say, that's Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, he looks terrible.
I mean, I remember watching this, but I guess I didn't realize who that was.
You watched this? Your parents let you watch this?
I mean, after I got older and I kind of figured out different shows I wanted to watch, I enjoy comedies, so I look up shit.
This was like they were pretty aggressive.
Absolutely they were. But
I don't know if I've ever seen. I've seen this show, but I don't know if I've ever watched.
He's chubby. He's like a little chubster right there, like eating pizza.
I was gonna
drinking
say
beer.
he's like cheers and beers and eating.
Yeah, I think they had a lot of fun. They had the segment where they went to girls on trampolines, and it was just girls. Like that's exactly what it was.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that was probably. I always think about that one. That's like one of the. Could you imagine having a friend like? Could you imagine having a friend like that? This be like. I mean, first off, you have a friend that'll pay you $100,000.
Yeah.
To do something.
They probably were like, "Shit, we didn't think you'd do it." But like,
of course they did. Of course they were like, he's not going to do it. And he was like, yeah, for sure, I'll do it, 100%.
That's just weird. Like that to me. Like I think we are notorious for making really dumb bets and stuff. But that's well. But
stupid. The thing is you have to
level.
have a friend that you think that would do it. Like I don't think you would do it, so it's like a stupid bet. You'd just be like, no, absolutely not.
I would do a lot, but that's like that doesn't even.
Yeah, that's not right. But they obviously had this guy who was a friend. They were like, you know who would get breast implants? Jim. I bet he would do it. And it's like, let's offer him $100,000.
That seems like this guy's like, you know what? Like I'm already gonna make that transition, so why not make $100,000 off?
Or it's a guy that's real desperate for some money.
I wonder. There must have been a time frame.
Caleb's like, how much would y'all charge me?
Yeah.
$100,000, and then he finds out how much it is to to remove the breast after the surgery.
Yeah.
I bet there was a bet or like a stipulation he had to keep him in for a certain amount of times. If I was going to spend $100,000, you're going to have to keep him for a while. All right, so how much would it cost me to get you guys to get breast implants?
I mean, you don't have it.
$100,000. Well, of course I don't have it.
If
I did have it,
No, we're
It's
talking
not.
millions.
It's not going to be. I was about to say.
how much?
Millions.
1 million.
Millions.
Wait, how?
Plural,
Okay, hold
plural.
on.
I'm
How
offering
long?
you 1 million.
How long do we have to keep it for?
Oh, that's a good question. But I don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I want to like
6 months.
6 months? That's
Yeah,
it?
$1 million
For 6 months?
For 6 months.
What if I lose my job because of it?
That's on you, bro.
Because I have
You
a
just
mustache
gave you
and a breast
got $1
implant.
million.
I just gave you $1 million. I
That's-
don't
I mean,
care.
that's not wrong.
The mustache is an easy remedy. Like you're like, what about I can't get rid of these mustache. It's
I'm
gonna
gonna,
be.
I'm gonna walk into the guys' room at work and they're gonna be like, oh, he's got a mustache. Okay, he's good.
Yeah, I don't know. That just seems like I don't know. This
So $1 million on the table right now. You're like, nah. So $1 million.
$1 million. I didn't say.
So
$1
you
million.
would-
Yeah, probably.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Like I mean,
How about $500,000?
I was gonna
No.
say. I was gonna say like you're talking.
It's gotta be in the millions.
You pay that brand new house off, plus you get a little money left over.
Yeah,
Come on, you got to
You
pay.
don't know how much you paid for that house?
Nah, it was
Do you?
not $500,000.
I don't, but I know it had to be
I'm
less
a-
than
You think I paid
$500,000.
$500,000?
Let me pull Michael Scott real quick. How much you pay for that house, baby?
Not $500,000.
What's the square footage of this house?
Yeah, what's the square footage of this house? Is this real wood?
I mean, $500,000 to set you off right, but I would need to know the cost of getting them and getting them
So we'll say
removed.
that whoever the payer is will cover the cost of the breast implants.
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
it's $500,000.
$500,000. Yeah, I'll take that.
Damn, dude! If I had $500,000, I'd be laying on the table right now. You in that Clay Matthews jersey?
I'd take
Nice rack going on.
I'd take that $500,000. But $100,000? No way. No way.
No.
I would say.
I don't know.
I
if
would
it was,
say.
I don't know if it was 100,000.
I thought you said it was 100,000.
I think it was. I don't know.
okay.
I don't know.
I would say
like,
this.
I wouldn't like
It was
bet
like
on it.
it was like 1,000.
$500,000 definitely the minimum. Like I'm not.
You wouldn't go any lower.
I wouldn't go any lower.
What about-
450. You see?
He's talking him down.
I'm just walking.
That's it. I draw a line. I draw a line. It's 500.
By the end of this, I'll be like
480.
I'll be like 75.50, and you'll be like, you got me. You got me. It's. I don't know how you
Right.
did
All
it.
right, I'll give you $2.
Gabby's watching. She's like, "How did you let him talk you down to that?" It's like it was an hour and a half of us just negotiating me getting breastfed.
Gabby's like, God, he's good. God, he's good.
Dusty's like, if we review the episode, you notice I said you got to have a friend that you think would do it. Maybe I don't think you would do it. That was the first goat. I nicked him because like now he's like, well, maybe I'd do it.
Yeah,
or maybe
man.
I would do it.
We'll
maybe not.
see.
Then we
Dusty's-
started working him down.
Just
That's
walking
like
him down.
you know I used to sell cars for above the asking price, right?
Like, this is a great car right here.
Gosh. All right.
I'm interested to see the 15 craziest sports bets of all time. I know that.
15
Yeah, let's
crazy
go
sports
there.
bets.
Oh, did you hear about a guy?
good.
There's some dude that like made like a baller bet recently on who was up really big recently in the NFL and they blew the lead. Was it the
Falcons.
Falcons?
Every
So
time.
some-
Just,
every
if you're taking
year.
a guess,
They do
it's
it
a
every
Falcons.
So
year.
some dude made like a stupid bet where he bet like $40,000 to make $1,000. So he would have made $41,000, but it was like a I have so much money
Idiot.
kind of bet. And he lost it in the fourth quarter, and I was like, "That guy deserves that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard."
Can we talk about for a second that Matt Ryan, the quarterback for the Falcons, is called Matty Ice, but yet he has no ice in his veins because they lose in the fourth quarter every single game.
Literally, every
It's
single game.
unbelievable. There was like a meme that was talking like all the stuff that's happening in 2020, and the Falcons lost. They blew their lead in the fourth quarter. It's like, well, at least some things don't change. It's like, dude, like that's unbelievable. They lost that game. I mean, they were beating them to death.
Hey, did we figure out if we can get what's his face on the podcast, Russell Wilson?
I don't know. No.
Yeah, why did you not figure that out?
I haven't reached back.
I mean, I know he's a little
Dang
busy
it.
right now, but how busy could he be?
I mean, he's not that busy. He's only leading the NFL in touchdowns.
Dude, he's dominating.
He set a record, most touchdown
14.
passes in 3 weeks.
14 touchdown passes in 3 weeks.
pretty
I
stupid.
guess that's okay.
It's pretty stupid.
It's okay.
It
I don't
is
know.
stupid.
I mean, if Mabry was out there long snapping, it
I
might
don't
be a
know.
different story.
Fitzmagic is a
Definitely.
little better than him, but I mean, it's all in your preference.
Let's go Tua.
No, Tua will play in 2021.
let me tell you
2020 is not the year for Tua, okay? Not the year.
It was like, we need him later. Don't put him out there.
Don't put him out there in 2020.
Me and Mabry made a silent auction bet on the perfect present for you.
Oh,
I didn't hear back from it. I didn't hear back. If we got it or not, no. So
I was going to say, it was over.
It was Wednesday. It was over.
Yeah,
but I
so
don't know if we were the only bettors or if they would just be like, fuck you.
What's this present?
Really? We bet above the minimum.
You guys care that much to think about me outside of the podcast?
I saw it and I was like, it was a bag of dog shit.
So whenever you said a bag, I thought you were gonna say a bag of dicks.
It could have been. We didn't open the bag. They just told us.
Yeah, no, that would have been a great. I can't.
There's still a chance.
Believe, I felt like we had it, but you never know. People, but I just found it hard to believe someone came in on Tuesday night. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw down more money than we.
Well, they might have had all Wednesday too.
I guess.
All right.
I hate those people who did that. That was a great Christmas gift that we were gonna get.
It was such a good idea.
I feel like it was like they didn't get me anything.
No, we actually had a lot of thought.
Yeah, it was good.
Snap! This guy won $50,000 in the Super Bowl in 2014 for betting that the first score would be a safety, and the Seahawks got a safety in the.
So if we can talk about betting, we need, if we're ever gonna go serious betting in like the Vegas stuff, we need to take Gabby. Because that girl is the lucky. You've seen it at Dave & Buster's.
I did see it.
She's the luckiest person on earth.
She was at Dave & Buster's with you guys?
No.
This is previous. Yeah, this is.
Oh,
previous.
I'm not. I wasn't like being jealous. I was like asking. I was like, "That's so much fun." I thought she was the one that was taking the picture for you guys.
No. That
No,
was.
This was another time in South Carolina at Dave & Buster's.
You weren't invited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was before I was cool enough to be a part of your group. I forgot.
I feel like did we meet them somewhere after? I feel like we met them somewhere. They were doing something. Yeah.
We went. Yeah.
Oh, we were doing something.
Yeah, you guys were busy.
Yeah, make it up. Okay, yeah.
I don't know. No, actually, Mabry was
pull
like,
that.
I was
No,
like,
no,
hey, can
you
we
guys
hang out first and then invite?
Wait,
Caleb
you guys were visiting from Richmond, and we were like, let's go out and do something. And then Mabry was like, let's not invite Caleb. And I was like, golly. He's like, not until he has a mustache. He's not ready for me yet. And I was like, all right, that's fine.
Dusty was like, well, we started hanging out with Caleb and Rachel. They're really cool people. And Mary's like, I don't know. We didn't hang out with them a whole lot whenever I was here.
Also, those words never left
my
my mouth. I never said that before.
Oh, you think I'm cool? You think I'm
you think I'm cool?
You think I'm cool?
No, Gabby's definitely the best. Like we went to Atlantic City for our honeymoon, and I gave her $20 to. She's like, I'm gonna go play blackjack. I was like, okay, cool. And she goes to the blackjack table, and like I go do my thing at roulette and stuff. And I come back and check on her because it didn't take me long to lose my $20. And she's like, oh, I've made like $80. Like, damn. She's like, go play something else. Like, I'm not a huge blackjack fan, so I was like, okay, I'll go play something else. This went on for like 4 hours. So I was like, who sits at the freaking black? And the minimum bet's $5. So I mean, like, she's only got 4 bets, and then she could be out. But she's there like all night. She's like, all right. She like walked away with money. I was like, who walked? Like, what? Dude, that girl can play $20 on blackjack forever.
That's lucky. We need to get her to bet more stuff.
You know the game War, like high card.
Yeah.
They have that at casinos now.
Do they really?
And like Gabby's like,
Dude,
oh my god,
that's a game I know.
it's yeah. But it's like if you see that in a casino, it's like that's a gimmick. Like don't go do that. Gabby's like, come on, like we were having a good night, so I was like, all right, we're up. So she's like, I really want to play. I was like, okay, like we can go play. So I was like, here's $20. Like we're not wasting any more than $20. This stupid game because once again, it's $5 minimum. Every high card the dealer gets, she just lost $5. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Gabby put the fucking screws to this dealer. She won $200 in a matter of minutes. The dealer was like, "Hey, like, oh man." Like he was like, "Hey." Like,
he's like, "Are you counting cards?"
He's like, statistically.
She's like, in war?
Dude, he's like, statistically, I should have won by now. Like, I was like, dude, she's raking you across the coals. I was like, eventually, like, she was like, all right. Like, she was literally almost only there for 10 minutes tops. She won over $200. I was just like, what is going on?
I'm gonna stop taking your money now.
She felt bad for the dealer.
Yeah,
the guy's like crying. He's like, I can't afford to pay
like,
for my kids.
I just lost my job.
There's another guy who's like drunk, smoking a cigarette at the table with her, playing it, and he's just losing all his money. And he's like, "Can I rub your wife for some good luck before she leaves?" And I was like,
"That sounded a little awkward."
I was like, "Yes, you can. Like, I get it, dude. She just won $200. Like, rub her."
See, now everything that the whole entire story that you just told, is completely wasted on me because I have no idea what you're talking about.
War? The game of
war?
Oh, no, I know War.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I know that. But, like, betting and, like, being in Vegas and doing all that stuff, I've never been to a casino.
Really?
Dude, casinos are fun.
They are fun.
They're fun. Everything in my life turns into a bet. So you can imagine how much
I know. I live around
Atlantic City is a good time. like people were like, we were close to it. We didn't have a lot of money, so we're like, oh, we've never been. We're like, we're honeymoon. Let's go check it out, dude. It's like Panama City during the day and freaking Las Vegas at night. It's like it's such a great combo up there.
See, like,
I like it.
My honeymoon was like in Gatlinburg in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. So
Well, that's a good honeymoon too.
You didn't do any betting?
not in Gatlinburg. we
we
did some moonshine tasting.
Where can you? There's like a bunch of states
Mississippi.
you can gamble in
You
Mississippi.
can get that, yeah.
Well, you can gamble.
We have
Isn't it-
Wind Creek casinos in Alabama. You can go gamble.
What
at.
is that? What is Wind Creek Casino?
It's
It's like an Indian reservation
Yeah.
casino. Mm-hmm. Andrew, you ever been to a casino? No. You never been to one? No. Ever? Damn.
really.
I do like card games though.
You do what?
You like card games?
You play
so
Texas
if we like
Hold'em?
put a poker game together, you'd be like, come. Oh,
You play Texas Hold'em? Ooh.
we should do that.
I'll take
I've
you
been
on the
telling
flop.
you.
I'm gonna take him on the flop. Don't even worry about it.
I've been telling you. There's that cigar lounge off of 72, and they got this great little poker table.
Yeah.
Like you can bring your own alcohol, smoke cigars, play poker. We need to do that.
I told you I would do it. That was like a year
You
ago.
smoke cigars? Oh shit.
Andrew's ready to
Let's
party.
go. Andrew smokes cigars. You smoke cigars? You got a mustache. You probably need to smoke some cigars.
You
mean,
need
I've
to
ne-
figure it out real quick.
I've never smoked a cigar. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really?
I won't smoke a cigar,
Just
but
because
I feel.
I'm afraid, like,
it makes my mouth.
let me get my Urkel moment in. I have asthma.
Asthma.
So like I feel like it'll affect that a little
It
bit.
might, it might. Well, you're not supposed to inhale it. You just put it. It's like it gives you like mouth cancer
Listen.
because you just like
It just
you
gives you
taste it.
Did you say mouth cancer? Is
I was
that
gonna
what
say
you
that's You get, it's more like dipping stuff. You don't inhale it into your lungs. If you
Why-
inhale cigar smoke into your lungs,
You just
You've
said
messed up.
Wait. You just said like getting mouth cancer was like that was just part
It's
of
not a
smoking.
big
you were
deal.
Like you were like you don't inhale it, you get mouth cancer. Like
Well,
it was
I'm
just
saying
like
it
part of the
doesn't,
thing.
like, one of the side effects is not like lung cancer; it's mouth cancer.
Okay.
I mean, if I don't have to work out the next day, /
Once again,
next
you're just
week,
tasting it. You're not inhaling.
You're
it.
telling me
Oh,
that a
Mess
little
up.
bit of smoke's not getting
So
into your
is it-
lungs.
I mean, if it does, like, have you ever?
He
smoked a
locks that
cigar?
shit down.
Yes.
If you inhale a little bit of that smoke, you're gonna feel it. It's not like
Yeah, you're gonna cough.
cigarette smoke. It's like it's thick. You're gonna.
I told you guys I smoked a cigar from Fidel Castro.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you didn't get none of that crap in your lungs.
It didn't matter. I was
That's right.
Couldn't even see straight.
Anyway, we should all smoke some cigars sometime.
I won't. Andrew
Maybe
will.
next podcast.
Andrew
I
will?
might be smoking a cigar
All
next
right.
podcast.
So we need to no.
on
Wait,
Thursday.
You're not. You're
Man, me
Gabby's
and
not going to
Andrew-
let you smoke in the house. Are you out of your mind?
For all you listening, me and Andrew just dapped up. We might be doing that. I don't know. There's windows.
Listen, Mabry's got like another guy on his team. Listen, you throw the whole thing off because we had a good thing going because there was 3 of us and we could all make a vote. And now Andrew's in here. He's like, "Oh, I was smoking cigars." And now
We're
it's
gonna have to.
2-2.
We're gonna have to allot Andrew 1/2 of one vote. That way he can't.
So basically, his vote doesn't matter at all.
he just makes one side look really good, or the other guy just still feel bad. It's like we won.
we were this close, Andrew. We were this close.
Ooh, Mabry and Andrew lose 1.5 votes to 2.
Darn.
It's like every time.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Shit.
All right, what we got going on here?
I don't know. I was looking up what
state
states you can legally bet sports on or bet on sports.
Well, when I lived in Pennsylvania, we had a casino near us, and I went all the time. I used to love going to the casino. Probably had a problem.
What was it called?
Mount Airy. No, wait. No shit. What the hell was it? It doesn't matter. It was a casino.
It was well, I lived probably about an hour north of Pittsburgh, and they had the River City Casino that people used to go to. all
And
the
you
time.
never went to one?
I've never been. I've walked through a casino to get to like a hotel room and stuff. But
Have you ever been on a cruise?
No.
Really?
Did you ever hear Bill Burr's joke about cruises?
No.
You need to listen to that.
Is it
You
funny?
gonna tell us or?
Yeah, I'm
Is
not
it-
going to tell you.
is
So
it
you need to
funny?
listen to it. It is funny.
If you're on a cruise though, like so we went on a 7-day cruise one time, and let me tell you something. There's only so many things you can do for 7 days. Are you gonna ask me for a beer while I'm talking in the middle of my sentence? Like
Water.
You wait till when I finish?
I thought Caleb was talking.
It was water.
It was, you thought that.
You don't have to do it right now.
So to set the facts straight, so we fill this empty space while Mabry's getting a beer or water. The reason I haven't been on a cruise, ski trip, casino, I grew up. I'm not gonna say poor, but I grew up
I feel like
where
you're gonna say poor.
I
I
grew
also
up.
like how you threw ski trip in.
Who's been on a ski trip?
Laura. Laura loves
Oh,
ski.
yeah.
Rachel.
When we talked about
Rachel's
ski trip,
parents.
ski trip does kind of
Rachel's-
sound fancy.
Rachel's brother lives on a ski trip. So Dave Codwell, if you're listening to this, you live on a ski trip. You literally don't work. You live on a ski trip.
Yes.
So how about you find a job?
Hey.
Hey, don't. Sorry, that was a little odd, but I don't know. So I've never been to any of that kind of stuff. So
you're trying to make us feel bad for saying?
no, I'm not trying to make you feel bad for anything. I'm just letting you know, like.
We're like, hey, you ever been to Walmart?
Don't-
And Caleb's like, I grew up with that. I've never been to Walmart.
You know that guy that stands outside of Walmart with a cardboard sign? That was me.
That was me.
He's like, sometimes my mom took me to outside of Walmart where the Salvation Army guy was ringing the bell so I could see Santa.
He would never let me sit in his lap, though.
Yeah, she would not let me sit in that guy's lap, even though he offered
Multiple
multiple
times.
times.
Give me that boy. I'll sit him on. She's like, no, just ring the bell. It'll be fine.
And his coffee cup always did not smell of coffee. It smelled so good, though.
Come here, little boy.
Come here, little boy.
You're like, Mom, can we go inside? She's like, you out of your mind. No, we're not going inside. I just brought you here to see Santa.
To Walmart?
Playoffs.
Sorry, Mabry, you were telling a story about being on a
cruise. Yeah, so when you go on a cruise, there's only so many things you can do on a cruise. A lot of fun, but it's a boat. You can't go like you can do excursions when you stop at places. But if you're on the cruise, there's only so many things you can do. They have casinos. That's one of the main attractions. They have shows, stuff like that. But we went on a 7-day cruise one time, and it's like that 5th day, you're like, hey, we've done it all.
That's it.
I'm not a huge I'm one of those people who I like to win, but I hate losing more than I like to win. So I'm never going to be a big gambler because I hate losing. You lose and I hate it.
Was it like a carnival cruise or what was? Okay.
It was a carnival.
My brother and sister-in-law have been on I can't count how many Disney cruises they've been on.
Ooh.
And those things are I've never been on it, but they I see the pictures and stuff. It's extravagant. It's a legit vacation.
Yeah,
I feel if you go on a cruise, those cruise ships are a little kind of grimy. Disney cruise ships are being at Disney.
Well,
how long do you think
Caleb, I'd like to point out the fact that some of us don't have enough money to go on
you're not wrong. All of us don't have enough money to go on that kind of cruise.
How long do you think you could make it with your sanity on a cruise? If they were if it was a wager, you can win $100,000. You just got to stay on the cruise for many days.
What's the number? I mean,
I'm just thinking what's too long before you go insane? 30 days?
Me
over a week.
Over a week?
Me personally, yeah, dude, I could last.
Okay.
First of all, I love the ocean. I love drinking. Well, hold on. Does the drinking package included with this wager? Because you can get a drinking package.
All right, let's
throw it this way. Because I mean, at some point, at some point, I don't want to spend any more money. And, and on cruises, that's the whole thing. You have to spend money to have fun.
So I'm going to give you on this particular idea. You have to be on the boat for 30 days, and 5 of the days will be fully funded for drinking.
5 out of 30.
5 of the 30.
So you don't have to do them 5 consecutive. You could spread them out.
Well,
but if you know Mabry, the first 5 days,
he's going to be a bender.
He's going to be 25 days left. Oh my God, I fucked up.
I spent the last 35 days recovering from the first 5 days. It was so messed up.
So I don't think I can make it that long.
I could, for sure.
5 of the 30?
How much money are we talking?
$100,000.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, sir.
I could do that.
You think? I think you go crazy.
No, I could do it.
You couldn't go.
Am I on the boat with somebody else? Am I just on there by myself?
You're on there by yourself. You're on there by yourself.
Yeah, you're on there by yourself. And the only people that are there are people you don't like.
No, you're on there with complete strangers. It's just you and no one else you know.
But they hate.
And they're all having. The
can
best
I
time
get
ever.
to know them?
No.
It's not like I'm on an island by myself. I'm not talking the volleyball Wilson over here.
You can't get to know them.
Oh, I'm not allowed.
They're having a great time.
That's part of the $100,000.
You're like, hey guys, can I play volleyball with y'all? And they're like, get the fuck out of here.
Here's the problem with being on a cruise for 30 days because they don't actually do that. So what's really going to happen is they're going to cycle people on and off. So you're going to get to know some people. And then in 3 days, they're going to get off the cruise, and there's going to be a whole new group. And you're like, hey.
So I've been on here
by the 6th group of people, you're going to be like, hey, guys. Hey, did y'all see that hermit that's living on the damn cruise ship?
You're like, can I borrow some of your drink tickets?
Yeah. You're just lurking around like, hey, I already blew through my 5 days of drinking.
So I think the play is if you only get 5 days of drinking, you like use all 24 hours of those 5 days.
Oh, yeah.
You don't just use the daytime. It's all day and all night.
So you drink just 24
Just
hours
24 hours
straight 5
straight.
times?
I'm not
But
gonna
you
call.
spread it out. Not like Mabry. Mabry would be like 5 days back to back.
No,
I'd be
no.
like,
Here's
well,
what here's what I'm thinking. If you got 5 days worth of drinking, that's 10 days wasted because that one day that you get to drink, you need to drink so hard. The next day, you can't do anything. Like, so then it's like that's 2 days. So that's 10 days. So you're talking about actually just having to do stuff for
You still
20
got 20 days. I was about to say.
But I mean, it's better than 25.
How many activities does a cruise ship have?
Oh, a lot.
Ooh, 3. This one
3
only has
activities.
3.
Three?
This one only has
Oh.
3.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What are the
That's-
activities? Is it something fun at least?
Mini
Well,
golf.
it depends.
Put
It
mini
depends.
golf on
No,
there.
it's shuffleboard, but you can only play with guys that are 75 years and older.
So basically, you
perfect.
can only lose.
So basically, it's a retirement home.
That's pretty much right.
Okay.
You can play backgammon, and you can play what's
I don't
another
know-
great game?
What is backgammon? I don't know.
I
if
don't know. I've
people
never
know.
played it. It just
I
sounds
haven't
boring as
either.
fuck. I don't know. And you can play a gin rummy.
Those what? First of all, those the last two you don't even like. Why would those be the only things on a cruise ship? It's a monster ship. There has to be something else.
This is
what
my
about the
thing.
food? How are we eating?
It's McDonald's.
No,
30
it's
days.
Oh, I don't love. Is
Can
there
we,
a
can we
gym
mix in a
on
little
the
Taco
boat?
Bell?
What's that?
Is there a gym on the boat?
Yes, but none of the equipment works.
It's all rusted from the salt air.
Yeah, it's all broken. 30 days.
Oh, that I'll tell you, that would be a breaking point for me. Is no gym. Oof, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, not going 30 days without working out. That would be tough.
Yeah,
that'd be real
I was
tough.
gonna say you could put me like on a beach island with all you can drink, all you can eat, whatever you want to do, and you gotta go 30 days without working out. I'd be like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. Like you can't do one push up. If we catch you doing a push up,
You're out.
Dude, they're like, if you catch an unsolicited sweat, you lose the bet. I'd be like,
They're like jogging to go catch up with some old guys, and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
slow that shit down.
I'd be
That
like,
jog's too
I'd
fast.
lose that bet.
Andrew, you ever been on a cruise?
Golly, man, maybe we should do a reaching for the bars cruise.
No.
Ooh,
I won't get on a cruise
if you're
ship.
paying for it,
Dude, I'm not getting on a cruise, for sure.
So when
why would you not get on a cruise?
Because you're trapped in the fucking ocean?
So whenever
What the
COVID,
hell does
whenever-
that mean?
Whenever COVID started, they kept people on cruises. So like what you're talking about,
That's the dream.
came true. Except for it wasn't like
These people didn't get $100,000.
yeah, these people didn't get $100,000.
I feel like the captain was like, I'd just like to make an announcement. You know how you guys are just about sick of this cruise? Well, we're going to be on here for about another 30 days.
I wonder.
yeah, that was a bad situation.
I wonder at what point they let them get off. Like I don't understand. Like did they have to test positive or negative for COVID before they could get off?
They
Or
probably just sunk the boat.
just take it
Yeah,
down.
just nuke the boat into the ocean. That was it.
Trump gave a call to the Navy. He's like, hey,
Just
you
get
know
rid
that-
of it.
Speaking
You see
of-
that Carnival
speaking of
boat out
Trump
there?
and COVID, y'all see today that Trump has COVID?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not a political station, maybe, so we're
I
not
know.
gonna talk about
I
that.
mean, it's the president though. I mean,
But-
he's got COVID now. So,
But prayers and thoughts out to the Trump family.
Yeah.
See, look at that.
He's going to be all right. I'm
I
sure
like
he's
that.
getting pretty decent medical care. I'm sure
That's
he's
right.
not.
That's
I mean,
right.
he's only the president of the United States, and he's a billionaire, so
Yeah, but he hasn't paid taxes, so
yeah.
he found a loophole.
Let's just
Hey,
be
he
glad.
paid $750 in taxes.
Hey, Joe Biden tested negative. Thank God, because like him or don't like him, that dude would probably die from it if he got it.
Jeez.
He can't afford.
He's pretty old.
He can't afford to get COVID.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean that guy's pretty old. That would probably be. That'd be
I
like,
don't know.
oof.
I think
They're like, Jesus.
so. To move out of the political realm, so we don't get too carried away here. I don't
That's
know.
a
What
good
else,
idea.
what is he?
It's not political that man shouldn't get COVID if he
We
could do
could-
anything to prevent it.
You know.
Yeah.
You know what my first bet will be
What?
You've
On-
made other bets
against-
beside this.
against you two on when the Dolphins play the Packers, because the Dolphins are gonna.
Are they playing them this
Do you
year?
honestly think that the Dolphins would beat
The Dolphins would whoop the Packers
This
ass.
year?
Are they playing them?
I don't know about this year. But
I was about to say,
in the
like, if
future-
they played next week, you think? First of all, if you're watching the YouTube video, I'm rocking the Packers jersey.
He's,
If you think-
he's okay. Hold on. He's rocking a Clay Matthews, who doesn't play for them anymore. Packers
Okay.
jersey. So get an updated jersey, bro.
Listen, you've already given your spiel about not having money. No one has enough money to keep up with these players swapping teams. Like, I got a jersey. It's
Oh,
a
you couldn't-
jersey.
do you
Like,
have a-
you know what I mean?
do you have an
couldn't
Aaron
get-
Rodgers
I was about to
jersey?
say you couldn't get an Aaron Rodgers
I
jersey.
didn't want to go like, you know.
How
like
long-
Clay-
how long
I
is
like
it-
Clay Matthews, man.
How long has Aaron Rodgers played for the Packers?
Forever.
48 years.
Yeah.
You couldn't get. You know what you got to do if you're gonna buy a jersey.
This
for
is going to be awesome.
No, whenever you get a jersey for a football team, this is a great idea. You get the legendary player for that team.
Yeah, I
So,
was this close to getting Bart Starr.
or Brett Favre, because everybody
I love Brett Favre.
I
I
thought
love
Brett Favre. You have a Brett Favre jersey, don't you?
I
yeah.
do.
So like if I ever buy, I don't own a
That's
Dolphins jersey,
that's actually a really good point.
But if I ever buy a Dolphins jersey, it's going to be Dan Marino.
What about
because
Ricky Williams?
Ricky Williams is good.
Ricky Williams is legendary, but he also played
But he
for
only
the
played for 5
the
months.
Saints.
He played for the Saints
Yeah.
before he played for the Dolphins.
That's
so,
right.
Well,
but like that's where.
what about a
That's a good-
jersey?
that's a
What
good
about a
idea.
jersey that has Velcro numbers?
Ooh,
I don't love that. It looks
That's
cheap. It looks cheap.
I like it.
All right, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Listen, not
Well,
everybody has
in
a
your
lot
brand
of.
new house.
Listen.
Oh, I couldn't have Velcro on my jersey.
Let me tell you my favorite jersey buying experience is I was in Noonan, Georgia, right out of college,
He was in Champs.
and I walked into Dick's.
They made the jersey there on the spot.
And
It was a
I was
press
looking through these
of
nice
gold.
jerseys, and they're like $200. And I get to this one, and it's $30. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I look on the back, and it's Brian McCann's jersey, and he just got traded to the Yankees. And I was like, he had just got traded. And I was like, I'm just going to buy it and tell people I bought it before he got traded. I was like
Oh,
that's-
so you're a scumbag.
Yeah, I'm definitely a scumbag.
So you're a
yeah.
liar.
So anyway, so I go up to the counter, and the jerseys were all 50% off. But I was like, yeah, like this is a great steal. And so the guy's like, it'll be $15. So not only did I get it for $30, I got it for 50% off the $30. So I was like, so I got to pay $15. I mean, dude, I still have it. It's a legit jersey. A couple years later, he gets traded back to the Braves.
Oh
look
my
at you.
gosh,
Let's
you
go.
guys so lucky.
I was like,
Talking about-
go.
Talking about taking a bet, jeez.
Well, I was like,
Getting
let's
so lucky.
go. $15
Lucky motherfucker.
legit ass Brian McCann jersey.
How many $200 jerseys did you shuffle through before you found that one?
Like 3.
Okay, I was
It
gonna
was
say.
like right at the front.
Okay,
right?
that's fair.
I can't believe no one else picked it up.
I
mean,
love-
first of all, Noonan, Georgia is like right below Atlanta. So I mean,
Noonan,
So-
Georgia.
So whenever so like growing up in the Pittsburgh area, Steelers Nation and everything. So you go into like the sporting goods store, and whenever Antonio Brown like got traded away or whatever, I forget what happened with him, but his jersey went from being like one of the top sellers, like expensive as all get out, to being like one of the cheapest jerseys you could get, because he went from the Raiders and then made a headache for the Raiders. So he was like a headache. He's known as a headache. Then he went to the Patriots, still known as a headache, and then got kicked out of the league. So his jersey just like plummeted. Like it wasn't even half off. It was like 5%. Like
what's
that's
so
all he had.
sad about that is like probably a future Hall of Famer, but he can't just keep his mouth shut and just play football, and so now he's a nobody.
I think what he did, I don't think he's a future Hall of Famer. I think he is a future Hall of Famer if he continues
No,
to play.
that's what I'm saying. No, for
okay.
sure. He will be forgotten in like 5 years. No
Yeah,
one will
agree.
even,
Yeah,
if you say
for
Antonio
sure.
Brown, you'd be like, you sound so old. Like no one will even know who that is. I'm saying he had the potential, like for sure, if he plays out his career, plays football, he's a Hall of Famer.
Right.
And he's like, I'm a punk ass kid, and I'm not gonna do that. So
Yeah. It's,
Oh,
idiot.
well, hey, sometimes you're an
hey,
asshole.
you got to make life decisions.
No. Live your best life.
Hey, even Bill Belichick tried to take him, right? He was like,
He tried.
he's like, I'll straighten this guy out. Look what I did with Randy Moss.
I mean, you talk about a place to succeed. You got the Patriots, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady as a leader. You got that defense behind, and he still couldn't make it work.
He was like, fuck all you guys. I don't give a shit.
You know, if we
He's
want to
just
get a
an
good
idiot.
bet going,
Yeah.
we should bet Dusty Kilgore, one of our sponsors, about Tom Brady doing something because he likes
loves Tom Brady.
We could get him on a bet.
See, like he likes Tom Brady. He likes Katrin David's daughter.
He likes all the people I don't
He
like.
likes all the people I can't stand. It's
Y'all
like-
don't like Katrin? I mean, like I know what you're saying, but
I don't
mean,
mind
like,
Katrin. I
think
shouldn't say
Tom
that.
Brady bothers me more than
When-
Katrin bothers
No,
me.
no,
When-
no, no,
when-
no. Because Tom Brady wants to win, and he says he wants to win.
Yes,
and he's
yes,
like, I want to
okay.
fucking win. Katrin's like, I just want to be a better me.
Yeah.
But it's if you just want to be a better you, then why are you competing? You
That's-
don't need to compete. Just be better
That's true.
than you
You
were.
just go be you.
Just go
off
do
in the
whatever you
corner.
away
Yeah.
from like shut off your Instagram,
Whenever-
do all that shit. I don't want
Do
to see
you
anymore.
think that there is a CrossFit athlete out there, like that's just out there, exactly like that? Like maybe has a family or someone who doesn't like enjoy competing, just wants to be their best self, that could come into the competition floor and just smash people. Do you, like sometimes I think about stuff like
I
that.
feel like-
I think about that with like a fighter. I think about it like I would just love like someone just to come out of nowhere and just be like, "Where have you been?" And
So,
it's like,
so what
I'm
you're saying?
sure.
I feel like
I'm saying
there's-
is there someone out there who truly just every day they wake up and they're like, I just want to be the best me, But in reality, they're the best of all time.
I feel like there's extremely good athletes out there that don't have the mental capacity or mental toughness to grind through that mental pain, like the pain that causes those workouts to make you the best.
Yeah.
So I think there's athletes out there that are better than like Matt Fraser and Tia, but it's not just like Rich Froning says it. It's not just a physical body experience. It's a mental
right.
game as
That's
well.
right.
That's why Rich Froning got out of it because, I mean, he was like mentally fatigued from doing it for 4 years, having stress about the games. And
It's
all
a
that.
lot. It's a lot.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, like I saw a thing where Matt and Tia talked about it, and they're like, we dedicate our lives to it. Like, you know, like
It's a full-time
our
job.
life. Yeah, I mean, it's our life.
All right, let's take a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and quiz Andrew on sports. Okay.
All right, we're back from this podcast is brought to you from CrossFit Invigorate. If you want to bring your fitness to a new level, whether your goal is to look better naked or compete at a high level, CrossFit Invigorate never weaken. Check us out at cfinvigorate.com.
Nice.
So-
I like it.
So just
Another
for everybody
sponsor.
listening, you know, whether you're by CrossFit, if you're in the Huntsville area, and you're looking for a gym, CrossFit Invigorate's a great place to go. I'm not somebody that's going to say CrossFit's the only way to get fit. It's not. There's a lot of other good options out there, but it's the best way I've ever found. So I think you guys will agree. Andrew also does CrossFit with us.
Yeah, I was going to say all four of us actually do CrossFit, and we go to CrossFit Invigorate.
And it's not so the major thing I get from people is they see the games, which is great
That's not
for
what it
us
is.
to
Yeah.
watch, but it's not great for new people. They're like, I can't do that. That's crazy. That is like telling your son he can't play Pee Wee football because you watch an NFL game. That is not the same thing.
Yep.
It's anything like going to a spin class. Everything is scalable. Everything is good. I mean, and CrossFit Invigorate, it is a great gym. So
It's a great place. I would say that, you know, if you're on the fence about even trying out CrossFit, you know, this is definitely, we can vouch for it. It's a good place to try out. It's a good community.
Yeah.
We all met each other through CrossFit.
yep.
So,
Yep.
you know, here we
That's
are
true.
doing something outside of that, but we were all brought together because it's a community.
Yeah.
I recently just got a new house, and I needed help moving
it's
out
a
of my...
$1.3 million house.
It is
You can
absolutely
believe it.
not.
Not a big deal.
1.2? 1.2.
1.1, I think.
Oh, is it 1.1?
Oh, 1.1.
We can't get the fancy microphones, and Mabry's buying a $1.1 million house. He's like, I don't know if I can split that $30.
It's a little tight,
Yeah, we
guys.
can go in on a present for Caleb, but you're gonna have to take 70% of it.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's great to have that community to lean back on. You know, I text everybody. You know, all the owners have helped out with CrossFit Invigorate. Shout out to Dusty Kilgore, Jeremy, and Kat Conway.
And maybe
great
Corbin.
group. Yeah, well, he's not an owner, so
I also
He's an intern.
he's an
Who?
intern.
Corbin.
you give
Intern.
Corbin a shout out.
Corbin is racing Caleb to the best mustache.
He's losing.
Caleb has a far advantage.
If we're placing
But-
bets, I'm gonna put heavy on Caleb and sit
If we're-
there and wait.
It
if
looks
we're placing bets on this mustache, I'm putting a lot of bets on Adam. That's who I'm
Oh
putting bets
yeah,
I know.
Adam. Shout out to Adam who does our intro.
Yeah.
But he has.
on.
God,
Awesome
we need to get him on the
mustache.
podcast so everybody
Yeah,
can
we
just
do.
see it. But he has a glorious
On our
mustache.
YouTube.
Yeah, people.
So you can listen to his mustache.
Yeah, well, it talks. That's how good it is. It'll
Yeah.
have its own microphone.
Yeah, we need 2 microphones for
Yeah,
Adam.
one for his mouth, one for his mustache.
So
But-
we need to get some Instagram post of my back tattoo.
Yeah, correct.
And Adam's mustache. We just need a post.
We
of
do
the
just not
mustache.
even his face,
You
not
can't
even his face.
You
Just
can't
the
even
I
tell.
think I think we do it. We'll talk about this later. But Instagram post of like Corbin's mustache, my mustache, and then Adam's mustache.
like the progression.
Yes.
It looks like somebody sneezed some dust on Corbin's face.
Yeah.
That is what his mustache looks
Yeah.
like.
That's true. But real quick, back to the CrossFit thing. I think a lot of people start out with CrossFit just to kind of figure out, hey, what's this new kind of way to work out and all that kind of stuff. And then they stick around, not only because it's good, but like we get competitive with it. So we like, but
Yeah.
but they stick around because of the community. Like I think that's
right.
the difference between like going to like a Planet Fitness where you're working out by yourself and CrossFit. You got that group activity. You have the people in the gym that care about you, people that are rooting for you to get a new heavy lift, PR lift, and all that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
for someone who used to move around a bunch, it's super nice that CrossFit community is. People take it for granted, but like when you walk into a CrossFit gym, you're talking to people, you're meeting new people. So like when you come to a new area, I was always a big fan of like, let's go to church and let's go do CrossFit because there's two groups of people that you meet
That's right.
automatically. So
Yeah,
That's right.
It's big,
That's right.
but not not equalizing church to CrossFit.
No, I'm
And that
saying
guy-
like when
just
I was
joking. I'm just
traveling around.
For
I'm
those
just
of
joking.
you, for those of you listening, CrossFit and church very equal
Oh,
amenities.
yeah,
Also,
not in
that
my, not in my worldview,
when you
but
join CrossFit, there is a little bit of Kool-Aid you have to drink, but don't worry, it's safe.
Nothing bad will happen to you.
just
drink
drink the
it.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah. You don't. Everybody gets slammed when they do CrossFit. Like you walk into a
Oh.
group, people are like, "Dude, you do CrossFit."
You know what? You know what pissed me off is
Oh, this
whenever
is gonna be awesome.
Why are you
Is
pointing at me?
whenever-
I feel like
You
he's
know what
pointing
pissed me
right
off?
Like,
What?
is whenever I've been doing CrossFit for I don't know like 2.5 years at this point.
I feel
and
like
then
you've been
this-
doing it long. Oh, this is a
And
story.
then this,
Okay.
and then this guy named Mabry Cook all of a sudden joins the gym, and he's like second day, and he's like, oh, you know what? I think I could do those ring muscle up things that you and Laura do, Dusty, and Dusty shows him, and he does it. It's like oh, okay, well I'm just over here. I've been working my ass off for the last 2.5 years and can't show anything for it. And then Mabry comes in and
But
beats me in every workout.
to be
so.
fair, Mabry had Adidas high tops on.
I still have
Dude.
those shoes.
No, you don't. I told you
did.
to wear them.
I know.
And
I
you said you
did
couldn't
it,
find
but they
them.
were packed. Well, they're packed.
This sounds
now.
like a
I've
bet.
I've unpacked them. I'm wearing them.
This
I'm
sounds like
bringing
a
them
bet.
out. I'll
Well,
check. Send me the workout schedule for this week, and whatever day I don't have to do any kind of
No, that's
jumping or
bullshit.
running.
I get to pick.
No.
I get to pick when you wear them.
No,
I think,
absolutely not.
I think this sounds like a bet happening right now before our
Okay.
eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, Laura. For those of you listening, Laura hates. I mean, when I say hates when I bet, hates it.
Yeah, that's true.
She will look at me like she's gonna stab me in the neck.
I don't think
I
she
can't help it.
I don't think she hates when you bet. I think she hates when you bet money.
Money. Yeah, that's right.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I mean, obviously, money is associated with betting.
I mean,
but
also, which is crazy that we've made it this far in this podcast without talking about the $200 I'm going to win in February.
oh my gosh,
The bet that
How have
you're
we
going
not
to
talked
dunk.
about this
How have we not
yet?
even talked about your dunk? Like, you're not going to dunk.
Well, I haven't talked about it because
that's $200
to
in
me-
my pocket.
But the thing is, to me, it's not a bet. It's a
Dude.
foregone conclusion. I'm gonna dunk.
yeah.
Your
Dude,
money
you're-
is going in my pocket.
I've already made a purchase that was worth $200
That's always
because I
smart.
know I'm going to make.
If I had to
that's
give
easy.
one piece of financial advice, it's always spend money you don't have. That's just the way. Like, if you think it's coming in, you might as well spend
that
it.
bet's guaranteed.
it's like that. It's like that app. Have you seen those apps that like, oh, get $75 out of your paycheck that you don't have yet?
Those are so smart.
I was like,
Yeah.
Dude, those are, you know who's using those? Smart businessmen. They're like,
no, yeah. So,
I'm sorry if
but
you,
back-
I hope you don't
if
use that
you-
app, Andrew.
so if you don't know the bet is that Dusty's going to be able to dunk in February, which is essentially-
February what?
That-
I forget. Gabby's got it marked on her.
It's like
calendar.
February 6th or something.
Yeah, it's something
But
crazy. It's
Dusty,
coming up.
the 55-year-old going down the hill.
He just called.
No, I'm just
What do you call it? The USB memory stick.
yeah.
A flash drive.
I'm sorry,
He just
it's
called it a
a-
USB.
It goes into your
memory
USB
stick.
port. It's a stick. It's a USB memory stick. I don't know what else you want me to say.
That sounds the way my grandma or grandfather would explain
Oh my
it.
god, you
It's
are
like
something
it's called a
else.
flash drive.
It's
Have
a
you never
memory
heard-
stick.
It's
It
a
literally
flash
says
drive.
flash
Will you
drive
search?
on the.
Will you search memory stick right now? Because you are something else. You know that you are something else. It's a memory stick.
Use that doohickey in search of.
Look at
memory
that!
stick.
Oh my god, it's exactly. It's got the same one. It's a memory stick.
Look, okay,
That
look at
is
this.
actually the same
it said
one that you
description flash USB drive.
But when you just binged the
Yeah,
memory
because-
stick,
Binged.
Yeah, because like scroll
Chandler
down.
binged.
Scroll down to Wikipedia and a memory stick. What old people call flash drives.
it's on Amazon. A memory stick, like a memory stick is a removable flash memory card.
That's an organization. That is not.
It was launched.
That's a brand.
It was launched by Sony in the late 1998.
Look, you know what also is a memory stick?
know how
Look
old-
at the memory card over here.
Listen,
Oh.
That's a huge. That's like a very vague. you
don't
can't-
be upset that I
memory
was
stick.
right and you were
You're
wrong.
not right.
Ooh,
I was
memory-
Just
right.
because
Now, but-
Google has accommodated your senile
But now-
behavior
This is
does
big,
not make
but,
you right.
But the memory stick is associated with those like little SD cards, but the USB flash drives don't have memory stick in the description at all. It has,
But it comes up when
Yeah.
you search memory stick.
but so does the everything else that
No, this is
that,
bullshit.
that
This is-
collects memory.
This is collusion. It's memory. It's this
No.
memory stick,
No.
and it's
This
those
too-
come up
This is why we have Andrew. What do you think?
based on the Bing search.
Andrew,
Don't
okay, hold
don't
on,
let them
real quick.
sway you.
Hold
Real
on,
quick, let's give a
just,
preface
let's,
here.
let's just
Andrew-
make sure the votes are counted. 1, 2, versus yours. So you get a half a vote. So
Andrew counts as a half vote. So
For
let's see where this is going.
one time and one time only, I'm going to give Andrew
Oh,
1.5 voting power.
Is that what you're gonna do?
Memory stick is a category. It's
yeah. So that's 3 versus 1. Thank you for giving him that vote.
It's 3.5 versus
We'll
1.
see if I find you those free hookers. You just
I tell you what.
You just lost your free hookers.
You're a smart man. Look.
Oh my
Did you
Lord.
want them in the first place?
Definitely not.
Oh
But
my God.
Look,
Just
it's
so we know-
okay. You've done great with all your new technology and your do-hads
Yeah,
and
you
your
figured out how to
Jimmy
do the
Johns.
What'd you
audio.
call them? Doohads and Jimmy Johns?
I mean, you couldn't figure out how to turn the mic 90 degrees so my voice could show up on the podcast, but
Yeah.
you figured
Andrew
out
says, "Are those mics unidirectional?" I was like, "Huh?"
we were all like, Yep.
Well, I don't speak it from the back end. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. They're 100%.
Andrew, explain that like we're
Yeah.
5 years
Yeah.
old.
Now explain it to me like I'm a 1-year-old.
It's like, so your mommy and daddy gave you money.
I feel like as soon as Andrew asked that question, he was like, "These guys are morons." I feel like that's exactly what happened. What's going on?
No,
over
that's
here?
right.
You guys making sweet camera love to each other?
Absolutely.
Okay. I want to see the 10 craziest world. I keep interrupting every time I pull this list up, but I would like to see it.
Ooh, arm wrestling.
Oh, damn it! I almost interrupted again. I'm gonna let it go. I'm
What's
gonna let it
wrong with
slide. Because every time I see something, it reminds me of something. I was gonna say the Russian slap fights.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. What? Who started that? How did that become a
The
thing?
Russians.
Like, but why? Like, what are they like? I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Like, what is that?
I feel like it's a bet is how it happened. Is somebody was like, "I bet you I can slap you so hard you get knocked out."
dude, that's crazy.
Some
Like,
of those guys,
they slap the shit out of each other.
they put baby powder and everything. It's like they're
There needs to be more rules though, because I've seen some guys like they're catching them on the temple, and then they're because dude, if I'm gonna slap you, I'm gonna try to put like the bottom, like where your wrist and
Yeah,
your palm
I
meet,
think-
right on your temple.
I think as
Knock
long as
your
your hand
ass
is
out.
open, knowing nothing about the sport, I'm going to guess the rules and say that as long as your hand is open, it's a slap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So let's talk about this for a second. So I just read this top one, which is crazy to me. So title says saving FedEx with $5,000. So back in the day, whenever Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx,
Do you think it
was-
started with FredEx? He was like, "What about FredEx?"
fun fact,
sure.
fun fact for y'all. Fred Smith is the father of Arthur Smith, who's the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans.
the guy that started FedEx?
Yeah.
Really?
Get out of here!
And then he also, so he's
is
also
actually
the
a fun
father
fact.
of another. They talk about it on the Barstool spot, but
Barstool Sports needs to pick us up. That's probably what needs to happen.
ooh, you know,
Shout out. We'll we'll at them.
we'll at them.
Yeah, we'll at.
At
Barstool Sports, we're atting you, just so you
We're
know.
not. We're only going to ask for $400,000 a year.
For $4
snap.
million. I mean, 400,000. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll start at 400,000. We'll work our way up.
we'll work.
Are you good with that?
Started from-
Andrew's good
Andrew's
with.
good with
We
it.
started
100
from the
grand.
bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah,
But
5
Andrew,
episodes in.
Andrew, you only get half of that 100,000, just so you know.
That
The
is
rest of
true.
it's
We'll
good.
split the
that's
rest of
true.
it.
But
Just the voting counted. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
not to get off on a tangent, but
Sorry, go ahead. Landing. Okay.
so- It's
Landing
too late
line,
for that.
Whatever.
So Fred Smith, the founder,
Of FredEx.
was putting out $24,000 of fuel for his trucks.
Okay.
And then whenever he was denied a loan, he took the company's last $5,000 and started playing blackjack in Vegas with it. And then he won $32,000, and that fueled to continue to. Today, FedEx makes over $25 billion a year, and won't need blackjack.
How many businesses since this article has been posted have been like, I'm going to do the same thing? This guy did. I'm going to take the last $5,000. I'm going to turn it into $32,000. I'm going to save this company.
You know, when you started reading that though, I was thinking like a much bigger number. I mean, $32,000. I mean, at the time though, I'm sure that's a lot of money.
When did it start, Caleb? Did it say? What year was it?
Didn't say the year.
I mean, if you're thinking about like
How is the company
you've
not
been alive,
FredEx?
you've been alive for a long time.
sure
FedEx
it's-
was never struggling. Like they weren't counting $32,000.
What if-
I remember when it was Federal Express.
So-
they called it Federal
Shut
Express.
up!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Federal
Oh,
Express.
I was
Really?
just gonna make
Did
a
you
play
know
on
that?
words. I didn't know that. I was
Did you
gonna make
know
a.
that?
I'm
you're
so
old.
smart.
You're
I'm
so
smart.
old. You're so old.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's a
I was
generational
actually
thing.
gonna make a joke on it and say that maybe Fred's ex-wife took half the money, so now he calls it
Oh my God.
FedEx.
What a great name if that's really what happened.
So it's actually used
like
to be
like
called
if, like,
Federal
like
Express?
Amazon will change its name to Amazon. This bitch took half my money.
I mean, she is like what the
She's
richest.
the richest woman on earth.
Yes, because she
because
took
she
half of
divorced.
what?
Yeah.
Because she took half of the most profitable person in the world.
How much money is he worth? Like $300 billion.
I don't know.
Oh, God,
It's something.
who
It's
knows?
too much money, whatever it is. Like, sorry, not to get off.
Caleb's just like, fuck, shit. He just delivers shit to people's houses. It's bullshit.
But no, like at what point? How much money do you make to where like you don't realize what normal people live like anymore?
That is it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Have you
That's
seen
it.
Well, no,
Or
I
is
mean
it
it's
less
definitely
than that?
before that.
I was about to say.
But I
Have you
mean,
seen
like
the
he's
Bill
certainly.
Gates and Helen DeGeneres thing? Where
Who's Helen DeGeneres?
was that not her name?
It's Ellen. right?
Ellen?
Yeah.
I was
Ellen.
gonna say
Yeah,
Helen.
I was about to say that's not her name, but I don't know what it is. So
I was like,
I was like, wait, is it Helen?
Ellen DeGeneres, and her and the crowd asked Bill Gates like, all right, we're going shopping. How much do you think a bag of Cheetos costs? And he's like, I don't know, about $35. And they're like, what? they're like, what about a thing of milk? He's like, just a casual $50. They're like, good God! Like,
I don't know what milk you're buying.
The dude has no perspective. Like, they were common household.
So
he's like, no
to be
clue.
clear, his kids are like, Dad, I need to go pick up some milk.
Just
Can
gives
I
him
get a
50
50? He's like, I guess that makes total sense.
Do you
about
need more?
Wait, that's
Are
like
you getting 2 gallons? I'll give you a Benjamin.
that's like the Office where she's like, how much does a taco cost? Is it 20? He's like 40. It's just like I'm
just shakes
40.
his-
Yeah. No, I mean, you're talking about like being disconnected from like normal day life because
Yeah.
anything you want is just there. Like you
Yeah.
have a chef or whatever, and you don't
crazy.
even have.
Those
If you got to that point, like if you got rich, like do you think that do you think that you let yourself get there? I mean,
I
So
would like to
everything-
say no. I would like to say
you'd
no.
like to, but
So
at some point, do you
when I think
it's
about when I
like,
fantasize about winning a lottery, I'm like, I would just modest house. I'd save all that money, but then the other part of me is like, how much cocaine?
Is that what you think? Cocaine.
Like, I wonder how much cocaine can you buy at one time? Is it a lot? Like, should I buy a vault? Like, how much money would it cost me to build an underground mansion? Like that, like at first, it's
Atlantis.
At first, it's like
Under
just a modest 2-bedroom rancher.
Yeah.
To a 12-bedroom underground mansion. I wonder what the cost is. So clearly I would get out of control.
Yeah,
See, like-
it sounds like you would lose all control.
100%.
I really don't think I would lose control. I feel like I would be modest with it. And like,
I feel like
let me
Rachel
say
would be
this.
having a heyday.
Let me say this: there's no doubt in my mind I would buy like a lot of stuff and like some expensive ass shit. But I don't think I would ever like take myself out of it like every day. Like I don't think I'd ever get to the point where I was like, I don't know how much a carton of milk costs or like how much you pay for gas. Like I don't think I'd ever get to that point.
Like I'm not going to get to the point where I can't make conversation with average day population. Like I
although-
don't think they can make a conversation with them.
that's true. Although I do say the gas thing, but if I was rich enough, that's like the first thing I would do if I was rich was like I never want to drive again. Like that would be my thing. Like I just never want to drive again. Like
Let me
I don't
tell you-
enjoy
Really?
driving. I don't enjoy driving.
Let me tell you why I think this is true.
That's the one thing.
It would be like if I ever got to a status in life where I never had to drive again, it'd just be like that'd be great.
It would
Like,
definitely be a chef for me.
chef.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to cook again.
I don't want to cook.
That would be something that I
But
would
I
do.
like I like to cook a little bit.
Do you
but
think
I
you
don't-
guys would work?
First of all, my
Would you-
wife
would you
is
do
a
a job?
great cook.
I would have to work. I would go crazy if I didn't.
on something.
I think so. I've thought about this.
Maybe not
everyone
like
thinks about
work.
it. I would go. So I'm an athletic trainer by like that's my day job and everything like that. Podcast
And a
his
podcast
podcaster by night.
His night job.
But
He's Andrew's free
I'm the
hooker.
free hooker. Hey Andrew.
Surprise! I bet you didn't think there was going to be this much mustache.
But back to what I was talking about. I think I would like to like learn trades like I don't know like welding
man.
and like how to fix a car.
That'd be cool.
Let me tell you what would
woodworking, all
happen.
the like
If you
all the
won-
weird things that you don't think about.
If you won $50 million in the lottery, the first week you'd be like, I'm going to go out and learn these trades. And then you'd realize like the next week that you don't have to get up and do shit. And you'd be like, nah, I'm not going to do that shit anymore.
I mean, I think I would either be a part of or buy a gym. And
I would
like,
for
run
sure.
a
I would
gym.
for
Yeah,
sure
that'd
buy
be-
a bunch
yeah.
of businesses.
Yeah.
I would do that. The stuff that I didn't have to.
Oh,
be like,
make money. Yeah,
You
for
do
sure.
like some fun stuff. I would also like to be at a point where like you could incorporate like your friends and do stuff. You know, like if you like, oh, like we got a podcast. Like if I became rich right now, like obviously the thing would be like, let's boost this podcast up to like make it legit. make money. Like like my money is your money. We all are starting to make money together. So
Yeah.
So I've been listening to more podcasts recently. I haven't been a big podcast until we started this. And one thing I've noticed with all the podcasts I listen, at least one of the people on the podcast is famous. So I think one of you two need to step your game up here.
Am I not famous?
I don't know. That doesn't.
I thought I
sound
was
like
famous. This is
why are
this
you
is-
putting that on us?
I mean, I'm the fact
Andrew,
checker.
are you famous?
I'm
Have
the
you done any,
fact checker.
have you done any movies or anything we need to know about? Any high school plays?
Or was it the band?
Ooh,
the band.
What instrument did you play?
By the way, Andrew went to UNA, the D1 version of it. UNA.
So he's better than you.
He's better than me. The upgraded version of UNA. We went to the same college.
So would you say that he was closer playing D1 football than you were?
He was absolutely close to it.
Got him.
It's because he has good knees.
Yeah, that's right.
Andrew
Damn
had just as
knee.
good of being a long snapper as you did.
That's
there's-
right. I mean, he
you guys
played
had
at
the same
D1
chance.
school.
Yeah,
he
he's
had a
not
chance.
wrong. Talk about.
Do you use that as a pickup line for girls? Like you played at a D1 college? No. But you're like, I played in band at a D1 college?
Hey, man.
I would.
Talk about.
It's D1.
Hey,
He
no-
put it
no
in quotation. He put it in
marks,
quotation
yeah.
marks.
You know
So-
how it is. D1 AA.
So we all know that UNA is D1.
What does that mean?
Quotation marks around.
D1 AA?
What does that mean? Is it-
It means it's
the
basically
division.
it
the
means it's basically
championship
Division
version.
2.
I mean, honestly, if you were like, why have a D1 AA? It's kind of silly.
But whenever you're
it's
in
the
high school,
championship series.
but whenever you're in high school and you get recruited by them for band or football or basketball,
You
whatever,
can get recruited for band?
yeah, you can. There,
what are you talking about?
yeah, you can get scholarships for band.
got
And,
scholarships
did you
for
have a
band?
scholarship for band?
Yeah,
You
Wow.
got recruited to play in the band?
Man, that sounds like such an old man question.
dude.
I didn't know that was a thing. You make it seem like it's a totally normal thing.
It is a normal thing, actually.
To get recruited for band?
Yes.
All right. Should we vote on it?
What do you mean?
I think you're gonna lose 3.5 to 1.
like I think it's us.
Considering that Andrew actually was on scholarship to play at the UNA band.
Is that true?
He's shaking his head yes.
Son of a bitch.
Like,
That makes
You're
me feel
0 for
so
2.
old.
You're 0 for 2 tonight.
well, I mean, it's
Well,
like.
I was right about the memory stick.
oh, no, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
Andrew agreed with that. Don't try to trick me.
No, you weren't.
Listen.
No,
Listen.
no,
Listen.
no.
Linda.
But anyway,
Linda.
back to this stuff.
I
here.
bet my wife.
I was about to say.
Did somebody bet their wife?
So reading it.
Was it Jeff Bezos?
So
He's
when,
like,
winning and losing wives in poker is an.
Archaic.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Arcane.
demeaning.
I'm really good at reading. Maybe you guys should read this.
Caleb's like,
I
Archaic.
can't even see it.
Archaic?
Archaic and demeaning habit, which is why casinos don't allow people that are out of chips to bet human. Really, they
Casinos
used to do
have
that.
casinos
They were
have
like in
Yeah, to put that-
2006.
Yeah,
what?
this is like far ago. Like
Is there a scenario?
Andrei Karpov
Andrei
ran,
Karpov.
ran out of cards while playing his friend Sergei Brodov.
This is clearly in Russia.
yes, I was about to say Russian wife.
Which now the story's starting to like make sense.
So he
Yeah.
plays.
So
Yes,
he plays
absolutely.
his wife on the table.
Does he
Brodov
actually-
won the
okay.
game. That's what I'm thinking. Is she literally on the
Is
table?
he literally
Well, it
on
says
standing on-
placed his
Brodov-
wife. I'm going to take that literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brodov won the game, and of course came for his prize. The beautiful Tatiana Karpov.
That was good.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Was so angry at her husband's disrespect and immediately divorced him. She later started a relationship with Sergei and later married him, becoming Tatiana Brodov. All thanks to a poker game. So basically, the bet was a fair bet. I
Yeah.
mean,
So what cards do you have to have in your hand that you're like, I'll bet my wife? Like what?
Or-
like do you think he was like, he's like, I'm gonna try to bluff this. I think he's gonna fold. I don't.
so
Or-
I think the underlying
Or
thing
is it
there
the opposite?
Well, hold on. So they ended up getting together.
Wait a minute. Are you suggesting that he wanted to get rid of his wife?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm